Good morning. Laura Grisham here with Laura Grisham Designs. Today I'm going to share with you a project that I dreamed about for a while. I saw something on Facebook, a post for a prayer bowl, and I was intrigued. I looked all over the internet for instructions, couldn't find anything, so I just had to figure it out for myself. I didn't want you to have to go through that, so I'm going to share with you how I made my prayer bowls. Now this is what mine looked like. This is a wooden heart bowl that I got at Hobby Lobby, and in the Valentine's section, believe it or not. Here's another one, and I just had to figure it out for myself. I'm going to share it with you today on how to make these beautiful bowls. I learned a few things when I made them, and I'm going to share with you the right way to do things. Anyway, these bowls were $12.99, and then I got them at, of course, 40% off on sale. So, that was a good price, around $7 a piece. Each one's a little bit different. You can see the difference in these two. There's a slight difference. They're fairly large, so they take a lot of resin when you're working with resin. This was the first time I've ever worked with resin. It's not hard, kind of messy, and you have to be a little bit careful when you're mixing it. But other than that, no problem. One of the things that I am going to do this time is I'm going to take a metallic paint. And since I'm using this the light bowls this time, I'm going to be using metallic. This is Venetian gold metallic paint. Again, Hobby Lobby. And then this is a rose gold metallic paint. I'm going to be using the flakes again. I also got these at Hobby Lobby for $2.99. They're called inclusions, and they look like this. They're like little flakes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pink with the rose gold, and of course the blue with the gold. I also have some metallic paint that I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I've got it handy just in case. A metallic berry and a metallic teal. These two. Gonna keep those handy. And also, the last time I used these mosaics, silver fire glass. Not sure if I'm going to do that this time. They're real chunky, and I could take them out and bust them, but I don't feel like doing that today. So I don't know if I'm going to use these or not. You'll need your resin. This is an epoxy resin. You need the hardener and the resin itself. Okay. You'll need some measuring cups, little measuring cups. You'll need something to mix in, and this is an old plastic cup. It's something that you don't care if it gets messed up, okay? I also have some wooden crosses that I purchased. Can't even remember where. I think I got these too at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to paint them. The last time I used some that were a dark wooden color, and this time I'm going to use a lighter color and paint them. So I'm going to finish getting my stuff together, and then I'll turn the camera down and we'll get started on this project. I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and I used this Venetian gold on this wooden bowl, and you can see how it brightened it up, gave it a sheen. Now you can use baby wipes if you want, but this is what happens to them on wood. Okay, they just shredded. So I ended up using a sponge brush, and it went on fine. You just have to keep blending and working with it to make sure that you get it blended. So while this one's drying, we'll go ahead and do the rose gold on the second bowl, and that way you can see exactly how to do it. Let me bring my camera down. Whoops. Goodness. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to shake this up good, and give it a squirt in my bowl. I'm going to go ahead and start in the middle and take my brush. I'm going to use a bigger brush this time and go, oh, how pretty. Okay. This is a little bit different sheen than that gold for sure. It's got a pink sheen to it, and I'll be using that pink, those pink flakes, metallic flakes in this one. So this should be really nice. I don't know if you can see that color, that pink tint. Now, one thing about it, you'll want to, use your thumb and your whole hand really to when you're working with wood, because it's going to absorb into the wood at different rates of speed, and the wood, at least in this particular bowl, is uneven, and so they're like right here, there's some crevices right here, and I've got to get in those. So you'll have to maybe use your finger to go around some of those edges and get those. I'm gonna get some more paint. You can see this goes pretty fast, this part, and as far as drying is concerned, it takes no time because you're just kind of tinting the wood. Actually, I did this with some wooden reindeer that I got at Hobby Lobby at Christmas time, and they're so pretty, just giving like a bronze effect to them. See how pretty that is? Look at that. And you can see the difference in the gold and the rose gold. Okay. All right. Now we're going to flip it over and do the back. Now, I didn't do this to the ones that I showed you. I just didn't think about it. Again, I was experimenting because I couldn't find any directions on how to do it. The one that I had seen was just a slot picture, and it was a bread bowl. But when I saw these heart-shaped bowls, I went looking for bread bowls at Hobby Lobby. But when I saw these heart-shaped bowls, I had to have them. I wish that I had gotten more. I won't be able to offer this particular style. I've got quite a few, but not as many as I would love to have had. Hopefully you'll still be able to find them, but again, no problem. Use a bread bowl or a square or anything really. I would suggest wooden though. I don't know. I just think that a prayer bowl made from wood that you've decorated yourself is kind of special. So especially if you're going to give it as a gift. It just is very special. Okay, I've got some nooks and crannies here I'm having a little hard time getting to. I'm going to put a little additional paint in here, and I'm going to use my fingers. There we go. Now then, easy peasy. Fast, easy. I'm going to make sure I've got all the edges and I've rubbed this in good. Very nice. Very nice. Now my bowl has a nice sheen and a finished look to it. I was going to paint my, you know what though, I think I will. Let's go ahead and paint our crosses to match our bowls. So I'm just going to use my fingers on this one and paint this. Be much faster, easier. Now this wood for these particular crosses are smooth, so it's not soaking up the paint like the bowl did. But you can see what it's looking like. And then when I put this on top of, if I put it on the bowl, it's going to get lost. But once I put the colored, the resin in there with the color, the flocking, it should pop. But we're going to put that right there for now. Let's move this, get our gold paint. I've still got some of this on my hands, but you know, it should be fine. There we go. And we'll get, this has kind of got a bronzy look to it, this Venetian gold does. I kind of like it. It's a little bit, no, it's not as gold, you know, in your face gold. So I kind of like that. And we're just gonna coat this real good with this paint. And this craft paint, by the way, was $1.89. The metallic was. So it's not expensive, and you can use it for a lot of crafts. So don't hesitate to purchase this particular type of paint. Let's get in there. Make sure you get all your little nooks and crannies. Actually, I'm going to need some more paint. This one has got a little bit of a surface that's not soaking it up. It's just kind of wadding it up. That's a southern term. Sort of like tump. All right. I think that's got it. Got it on all the edges and the corners. All right. Okay, that one will go in there. Now I'm gonna take a wipe and kind of clean up my gloves a little bit so I don't get this paint all over everything. Okay. Now then, we're going to mix our resin. If you've never mixed it before, I will tell you that it's not hard. I was kind of scared, to be honest with you, because again, I just watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, and that's how I figured it out. But what we're going to do is I'm going to have to mix up 2 batches to make this, to fill up these hearts. And you just do equal amounts. So I'm going to take my little cups that came with this. They're 50 milliliters, and I'm going to just fill this up to the 50 milliliters with A, and then I'm going to fill it up the other one to 50 milliliters with B. So let's pull you down and show you what we're doing here. Okay. Can y'all tell I'm a little out of breath? A little bit of some asthma going on today. There we go. All right, put my lid on. Feather. And do 50 milliliters. Okay. Now, one of the things that I saw that you can do is those little mixers, the little handheld ones. You can use those for these. And they even have little paddles that you can put on your drill to use to mix your resin. But I couldn't find my little mixer, and so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way with some sticks, little popsicle sticks. I'm going to make sure I get all of that out using the side of my stick. Okay. I'm going to put this aside. And now we're going to mix the two together. This is the thick stuff. I guess this is the epoxy. Scrape all of that out. Whoops. And then we're going to mix it together to try to get all those bubbles out. Now, I was concerned. I thought, well, what if I don't get them all out? What if I don't mix it right? What if? I had no problem. I just mixed it until I thought, it must be mixed by now. So we're just going to mix it. And then with this particular brand, whatever it is, you just have to let it, after you mix it up real good, you let it sit for like 5 to 10 minutes. I guess, I think it's to just let any of the additional air bubbles out. So I'm going to mix it, and then I'm going to let it sit, and I'll be back. Okay, I have sprinkled some of those flakes into my heart bowl, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually just pour that resin right in there on top of it. Yesterday when I made the other ones, I took a popsicle stick and just kind of spread it around and moved it up the sides of the heart and everything. And that's what I'm going to do today. So let me bring you down and you can see exactly how to do it. All right. I believe my resin's all mixed up. And I'm just going to start putting it down the sides like this. Just like this. And letting it drip down. Let it to go down. It's all going to run to the middle because of the shape of the bowl. So that's why I'm going ahead and putting it on the sides like this. I'm wanting it on the sides, so I might as well start there. There we go, just like that. Just like that. Easy as can be. Nothing to be afraid of with this stuff. I wouldn't want to get it on my clothes, and I wouldn't want to get it on my hands, really. It's kind of sticky, and I don't know how hard it is to wash off your hands. Since I didn't get any on there, I decided early on to wear some nice thick gloves. So anyway. And as you can probably tell, I'm going to have to make another batch of this. I actually really need some bigger measuring cups so that I wouldn't have to do that. But, you know, when you're just getting started, you don't have all those things. And, you know, it's expensive to buy stuff. So, you know, you just kind of make do with what you got. And that's what I'm doing. And you can do it too. Okay. And I'm just drizzling this in. Okay, just like that. So simple, so easy. And there are quite a few videos on YouTube showing how to work with resin. There's one lady in particular that I enjoyed watching. She has several videos. She does a lot of Christmas. She uses a lot of sea shells and sea motifs. I think she may be based in Florida or something. I'm not sure, but I kind of thought maybe that's why she did so many sea things. Okay. Coming back over here, making sure that I've coated this. Because I'm going to put my cross in here in just a second. And so I want to make sure that I get all this, all the blue stuff covered. And I can take my little popsicle stick and mix this up. And I'm going to do that right now. And kind of move this up the bowl some. Like this. And it'll slide down because of the resin. and that's all right. I'll come back in probably after it's been drying for a little while and kind of play with it a little bit and see if I can shift some things around and get it further up on the sides of the bowl and stuff. You can probably see it sliding down. Okay, let's see here. Let's get some up in here in the point of this heart. These flakes, I don't know if you can tell, very holographic. The color shift in them is really pretty. Very, very pretty. There we go. Now then it's starting to thicken up a little bit, and need some more stuff there. There we go. You see what I mean about it sliding down? It's just sliding down. So I'll come back in, like I said, and kind of work with it a little bit. And it's gonna, you'll have it won't be perfectly even in places because you're doing art. Each one's gonna be different. You just want to try to, get it spread out as best you can. And, and you're going to see a little bit of that wood underneath, and that's good too. I want that. All right. I think that's good. Except for right up here. I want some more up in this point. Let's see if I can scooch some of this up here. There we go. That's better. All right. Now I'm going to take my cross and make sure that I'm putting the side that looks the best. I'm going to put this side. I'm going to just put it right there in the center. Okay, and I'm going to pour this resin right on top of it. Just like that. And eventually, as the resin settles, like I said, the bowl, because of the shape of the bowl, the resin runs down into the bowl. So it's going to pool around your cross, and that it makes it really cool. Okay. It's really pretty. Okay. And now I'm gonna take my fingers of my glove, and I'm gonna go along these edges like this. I decided last night that I wanted some sheen along the edges too. So this is how I did it. I just used my gloves and went along the top of the bowl, just like that. Told you it wasn't hard. And this would make such a good Mother's Day or Easter or someone you know that's getting baptized, a good, nice, thoughtful gift that you could make yourself, for them. Something that they'll cherish probably for the rest of their lives, a handmade, a prayer bowl. I mean, how neat is that? So anyway, here we go. We've got one done, and we didn't take hardly any time at all. Okay, there we go. Now all I have to do is set this one aside and let it settle. I'm seeing some of my blue settle down in here. I'm going to go ahead and shift some of it back up and around. Although I want it around my cross. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's set this one aside. Actually, I think I'm going to just kind of tilt it just a little bit, make sure that it's, yeah, that's pretty. Put this one over here. Get this one in place and ready to go. But I've got to mix up my resin. So I am going to take another wipe and kind of clean off my gloves before I take them off. Because I can't turn off my phone with my gloves all nasty. So, all right. I'm going to mix up some more resin and we'll get this show on the road. Be back in a minute. Okay, I have poured the epoxy resin into the second heart and the pink one. And let me show you what I did. I added a little, just a teeny bit of this metallic plum or berry paint to the resin when I mixed it up, just to give it a little bit of a tint of pink. And then I mixed it in with that, and I went ahead and just sprinkled on top of the resin some blue. I'm not really sure exactly what it's going to do because it's going to sink down in there, and I think it's going to be like a purple around the cross, and that should be really pretty. Right now I see some of this blue on top of the cross, and I want to get that off. I'm just going to take this brush and just kind of see if I can get that off of there without messing this up. Here we go. Okay. There now. That's better. Okay. So now we have a pink one that's done with the rose gold on the wood, and we have one that's done with the blues in a Venetian gold. All we have to do now is just wait. We have to wait for them to dry. Usually it's at 8 to 10 hours. Because I used quite a bit of resin, I usually wait about 12. So I will be back with you, I guess, tomorrow and show you the finished product. As you can see, very simple project, kind of messy, but you end up with a gorgeous, gorgeous bowl. I'll be back to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. It's been several hours, and they're not completely dry, but I will show you our finished product from our project today. Our prayer bowls. You can see the mirror tiles in the center are not showing up real well yet. I'm not really sure why, but anyway, I think it's pretty. That blue and that pink, it's very pretty. And then we have this one. Okay. And very easy. Messy, yes. Easy, yes too. So anyway, this is how you make prayer bowls. And anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what else you would like to see. We'll get right on it. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day. Happy crafting. Bye.